there, I'm Karen, Carolinas Metro Realty. Welcome to our blog. Today let's talk about evictions. I get asked all the time, how do I evict my tenant? What do I need to do? Where do I go? What do I fill out? All kinds of things. So my first question is, are you in a lease? And if so, is it written down? We want to go by with what all parties agreed to when they moved in. So typically there's going to be when payment is due for rent, and if it's late, and when can you file for eviction and things like that. So it really depends on your local or your state guidelines. Here in North Carolina, you do have to have a written lease to be enforceable. So once there are grounds for eviction, of course you need to go to the local courthouse. You can file the papers. Of course, you need to make sure that you fill them out exactly correctly, or it won't be counted and you have to do it again. So that's quite cumbersome. And then there's a process. You have to wait. Once you file the paperwork, then you have to wait for a court date. And then the magistrate will serve the summons to the tenant. And then you have to go to court, and each plaintiff and defendant gets to state the case. The judge normally gives a date on when the payment needs to be made, or the situation needs to be rectified, whatever it is. If that's not done, then you can file what's called a writ of possession. Once you file that, then the sheriff calls you to set up a time to do the lockout, and then you can go out and remove the tenant and change the locks. But it's still not over. You still have a waiting period before you can get everything out of the house, such as their belongings. They do have some time to schedule with you to remove all their belongings. So it's quite a cumbersome process. It can last 45 days plus, or if you do hire a management company like us, we handle all that for you. So there's just a lot that goes on with eviction, and my answer is always, I don't know, it depends. It depends on what you have in writing, what county you live in, what state you live in, all kinds of fun stuff. But if you have any questions about evictions or how Carolinas Metro can help you, please give me a call. I'll be happy to help.